It's one of the last time you'll hear his name except at his funeral because we're going to kill him.
Well, he's from Cherokee, North Carolina. Chief J. And his partner.
He ain't got no partner. He can't find no partner. Cherokee people. I'm an Indian outlaw. Cherokee outlaw. She's a woman man. Oh, my big coming back home. She is my home. It's a sort of somebody wrong. She makes me home for land. I'll be beating over.
And his partner from Memphis, Tennessee, Dirty Buffalo. One ball match, 5 minutes, 60 minutes.
Don't worry, don't get fucked up.
All right, fans, one of our featured matchups of the evening. In our 5th match of the card, we're halfway there. Chief J. Eagle and Dirty Buffalo to take on World Heavyweight Champion of American Pro Wrestling, Steve Kronic, and his tag team partner, the legendary Greg the Hammer Valentine. Valentine's credentials: a former United States champion from the NWA, former NWA World Tag Team Champion, a Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Champion. In the WWE, he has held the Intercontinental Championship and the World Tag Team titles. Dirty, on the other hand, has held a lot of championship here in the APW area. Kronic, current heavyweight champion, former Carolinas champion. Eagle has held every major title here in American Pro Wrestling except for the ladies title and the cruiserweight title. So that's because he's a man and he's not a light heavyweight. So he's had a heck of a long career, but tonight it's about grudges. And I'll tell you what, we got a great match here. Missing Dirty with a leapfrog, tackled his man in a collision. I'll tell you what, Buddy Rose Jr., I want to go into something real fast. Hold on, just a second. Flipping senton. That's how you cover a man.
That's it. And, you know, Greg Valentine had great strategy there. He just hollered into Kronic and told him to kick out. Jay Eagle with those
Big
vicious
chop.
chops. Yeah. He could chop down a cherry tree with those hands.
What I was going to say, Greg Valentine, a lot of people do not realize he broke Wahoo McDaniel's leg not once but twice.
And, you know, it wasn't just Wahoo McDaniel.
Jay Strongbow.
Jay Strongbow, superstar Billy Graham. The list goes on and on. There was multiple guys that he broke the legs of. You know, I've heard him in interviews talk about it wasn't one leg, it wasn't two, it wasn't four, it was 8 legs in professional wrestling. It goes to Tito Santana, Ronnie Garver, millions of, there's 8 or 9 guys. He's broken the legs. There's 8 or 9 guys that he broke the legs on, but what about the multiple guys that he's fractured? He's dislocated their knee. He's tore the ACL and other people's knees. He has retired more people than AARP.
Well, it's countless scores of preliminary wrestlers who have been sidelined as well.
Correct. And, you know, we got to come up with this for just a second and go back to Kronic. He just made that mistake that he shouldn't have made. He's not going for the cover properly. You know, he just lays across him nonchalantly. He's trying to prove, hey, I'm better than you. You can't prove you're better than somebody unless you beat them. If you don't try to properly pin them, you're not going to beat them. That's just how it goes.
I ask you a hypothetical question.
Okay.
You're in Chronic's shoes. You brought Valentine in. You got Jay Eagle in hot pursuit of you. Do you think something to the tone of $5 grand would make Valentine dispose of Eagle and put him on the shelf?
You know what? If I were to dispose of Chief Jay Eagle, I tell you what I would do is I would do just what he's getting ready to do right now. I would take advantage. I would put Dirty out and prove to Jay Eagle, we're coming after you. Don't chase us down because we're gonna do to you what we're gonna do to Dirty Buffalo here. And right now it looks like they're skinning Dirty Buffalo here.
I guarantee you he would have a fat paycheck if he hurt either one of these guys.
You know what? He's already, look at this. Greg Valentine, the grizzled veteran. He's gonna twist this man up like a pretzel.
Right now he's got him in a variation of a bow and arrow. Dirty trying to kick off. Once again, this time he does. Trying to get over to Eagle, he can't quite.
And the big hammer elbow. He drops it across Dirty's head. And look at this. Greg Valentine showing these guys, he's slowing it down to their pace, or to his pace. He's slowing Dirty down. When Dirty first started here tonight, he was doing the high flying, the thrust kick to the throat. Greg Valentine bringing it to his corner, slowing it down, slow and methodical, just like only the hammer knows how to do it.
All right, and Dirty feeling the damage here. He's got to get a tag out of here.
He does, and you know, Greg Valentine started something for Kronic. What Kronic needs to do is he needs to capitalize on what Greg Valentine did. Yo, help Valentine out. Work on Dirty Buffalo's leg. Don't do this. This is a mistake. He let Dirty up off his feet.
German suplexes. 3 of them.
He got the trifecta on that. But what Kronic made the mistake of is he let Dirty get up off his feet. He should have started working on Dirty's leg. He should have just stayed on that leg, hurt that leg, let Greg Valentine come in, figure 4, this thing would have been over and done with.
What Dirty made a cardinal mistake on. He should have held on to him and bridged and tried to pin him.
And not only this, he should have went ahead and got out of the ring. You know, he had a chance to make the tag. He didn't make the tag. You know, maybe he's trying to keep, help Jay Eagle out, not let Jay Eagle get in there with Greg Valentine. Maybe he's worried about Jay Eagle's back. You know, Jay Eagle's had a lot of back problems and knee problems.
Knocking him off to the floor.
Yeah, and that's not the side to be on.
Bill
You got Greg Valentine, Bill Hazelwood.
It's a bad angle for us to catch it, but we see him out there walking around, and he's not walking around saying hello to the fans.
No, he's not.
All right, Dirty back into the ring. Valentine wouldn't let him in there. I'm surprised he did.
You know, I can't believe Kronic here. You're in there with the master of the figure 4. Greg Valentine's not known for the full Nelson. He's not known for the Cobra Clutch. He's known for the figure 4. Kronic needs to work on the leg. I know I'm making this sound easy, but I've been in the ring. I've done what he's doing. I've made those same mistakes. Greg Valentine dropping that big hammer on top of Dirty. Another thing that he's known for, the big hammer. That's why they call him the Hammer.
Those big elbow smashes also. The hammer, what it is, he'll tie you into those ropes, and he has those big forearms that he'll crack onto you.
Going for the butterfly suplex, and he gets it.
Deep double underhook, and he throws his man down. Eagle coming in to break it up.
Eagle making the save.
Dirty didn't know what really hit him because, you know, there's really no way to get out of that unless you just power out of it.
There you go. Oh, Dirty with a close fist, and another one. And another one. Valentine taking down Dirty. And look what he did. He went right to work on this leg. This is where it's most dangerous.
He went with a drop toe hold. And now if him and Kronic go to work on Dirty's legs, he's in trouble.
That's what they need to do. And from my vantage point, I can see that Bill Hazelwood's over there. He's not telling Dirty how much he loves him.
Cheap shots from the outside. And bear in mind that Greg Valentine knows how to use a manager's strengths to his advantage, because in the past,
You've had some of the greats, Captain Louis Albano, the Grand Wizard.
the late Grand Wizard.
The late Grand Wizard. The Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. Multiple managers.
A long time ago down here, you had Sir Oliver Humperdinck.
There you go, Sir Oliver Humperdinck, one of the greats as well. Gary Hart, he's been involved with Gary Hart in different areas. Greg Valentine's been to every territory and just about every promotion. He's seen it all, he's done it all, and he's met them all.
So trust me, he knows how to block the referee so Hazelwood can take liberties in his cheap shot.
That's it. He's been in multiple tag teams with Brutus and Barber Beefcake, the Honky Tonk Man, Ric Flair. The list goes on and on. Some of the greats in this business.
And bear in mind that also...
The figure four! Greg Valentine's going to lock it in. He's going to lock in the figure four.
Setting him up. He's setting him up. Will he lock it in? He's got it. He's got it locked.
He's the master of the figure four. This could be the end of Dirty. Jay Eagle getting in to break the count. What's his referee doing? What's Kronic doing? He should have been on top of this.
Eagle stomping a mud hole at him, but it's broken up.
Kronic finally going to work on that leg, taking advantage of the fact that Greg Valentine started something here. Dirty, I seen Dirty grabbing his knees, both of his knees. You know that hurts. There's pressure on both of your legs at the same time. You can't turn either way, and unless you can get over, you can't reverse the pressure on that.
That's right, and bear in mind what I was about to say earlier, that Greg Valentine learned from one of the best, and that's his dad, the late legendary Johnny Valentine. And Johnny Valentine, people will tell you, wrestlers from the past will tell you, historians will tell you that Johnny Valentine hurt more people and was probably the meanest SOB that ever stepped foot in the ring.
Steve Kronic doing a rollover off of that leg. I don't know what kind of pressure he put on that knee by doing that, but Dirty is not in a good way here right now. But Kronic needs to stay on that leg.
There he's going to work on it. Kronic with a strategy.
Dirty with a heel kick to the mouth. He breaks the tag. Greg Valentine's trying to get that tag.
Maybe even out of desperation.
Jay Eagle. Kronic makes the tag. Kronic makes the tag. Chief Jay Eagle makes the tag.
Eagle would chop. Wait a minute.
He's got both of them in the same corner.
Sandwich. Maybe a train wreck coming up here. And Kronic took the worst of that one.
Greg Valentine with his big forearm. Jay Eagle knocks Phil Hazelwood off the ring apron.
We got a rolling cradle. That'll do it. That'll do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Chief Jay Eagle and Dirty Buffalo.
Valentine and Kronic.
Bill Hazelwood's taking off his belt and he's giving it to Greg the Hammer Valentine.
And Valentine's whipping Eagle with the belt that was on his waist. Kronic and Dirty having blows outside. And it's Eagle with a belt. Eagle with a belt.
They're choking him. They're choking him, Dan Paris. They're choking him. Out goes the referee.
Down goes referee Todd Blackwell. Dirty being pounded.
They choked out Jay Eagle. What kind of money have they made for this?
The belt is off and Eagle is assaulted. Eagles is being lashed and whipped.
Gosh.
Dirty takes a shot.
A real stiff shot to the side of the head there.
I'll tell you what, this
Greg Valentine going nuts on Jay Eagle here.
is going to make...
This is the same thing you did to Roddy Piper in Greensboro, North Carolina, except it was with a dog chain.
I'll tell you what,
We need to get some help out of the back here.
Eagle in trouble. Eagle in a figure four. Match is over, though. He's trying to break his leg.
This can put Jay Eagle out. This can put... Greg Valentine gives the belt to Bill Hazelwood. Now Bill's choking. We got the figure four. Steve Kronic with a cheap shot in that belt, knocking Dirty out. I'm sure Dirty's out. I'm sure he won't be moving for a couple days.
Dirt. Give me the microphone. The piece of garbage. Everybody pinned him. The only Canadian is a dead one. That's it.
Yo, again, you got to go back to the fact. Chief J Strongbow, Chief Wahoo McDaniel, and now Chief J Eagle.
Not gonna be able to show up. Just like that kid. Boomer Frank. Hey, Dirty, I heard somebody else in the back wanted some help. Shut up, idiot.
Eagle and Dirty both need help. Here comes Johnny Buffett and Cat Daddy, Buddy Rose Jr. They're checking on Eagle. These guys may have won the match, but they're afraid that they definitely lost the war. They may have got their hands raised in victory, but the aftermath seems to be far greater. Dirty looks hurt. Eagle needs help to his feet. And I'll tell you what, after he's felt that belt across his back, I'll tell you, yeah, he looks very blistered from the impact of the blows. I would almost think that he'd won an Indian strap match with Kronic. Eagle to his feet. And that's good to see he's able to leave under his own power.